Good evening, everyone. This is Mike.
And Zoe.
And today we do another surprise episode on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know why?
Because we wanted to.
Well, yeah, fair enough. But last time I was upset that we weren't able to fix all of the bugs. So I took some time to fix them all on the side and I left comments everywhere in the code. So today, for episode 22, we are going to go through all of my comments and take a look at all of the changes that I've made to fix things. And what we're also going to do then is we're going to start implementing Pariah, I think, and maybe Mines. We'll see. Okay. So, let's go to the code. So, Game Manager is the first place. One important thing I've done, actually, well, I've done this for testing, but we can start from here. Let's see, actually, what's this? All right. So one thing that I've done is I've added a card type, and I called it none with a -1 as a default value, which means the swap will still be 0, so nothing changes there. But now we have an extra one we can use. Why can we use this? For debug. Yeah, you'll see. So we can now delete this, but let's copy this. Actually, just hit Control F. Right, so we can go from fix to fix. All right, so we can delete this and go to the next fix. All right, so here we had a sorted dictionary that sorted int, used int as a key and int as a value. This was done to figure out the race positions, remember? And we had that big bug, this one over here, crash when mine causes second overtake, which I can happily say is fix.
You hit the microphone.
Fixio.
You could just delete it.
Yes. Well, but it's Fixio. Well, anyway, let's leave it for now.
Well, it's Fixio and delete it then.
So I Fixio. And the way I Fixio is with this. And let's go right there and let's go take a look. So this is in update positions, or whatever it's called. Update race positions. There it is. And right here, let's take a look at what we had. So we had an int score here originally, which I've changed for a float, which doesn't make much sense, at least on the face of it, because all of our scores are ints, right? In all of our calculation, but you'll see why. So then I recalculate everything exactly as I did before, but I did cast it as a float.
Yes.
Okay, which is probably unnecessary. That's why you see it darkened. But I found that sometimes I get errors, so I always explicitly cast. Same thing here, I've cast whatever result of this operation as a float and saved it to score, so that's all the same as before. Now here is where we had the comment with it could be a bug, and that's because we were trying to add the score to the dictionary, but it turns out the two players had exactly the same position for a spell. So all I did is I did this. I added a while loop that checks if the score value is already contained. Okay, in the dictionary. So, for example, suppose I'm first and I'm being overtaken and I fall on top of the second guy. So not only do I become second because I just got overtaken, but I'm about to, the game needs to decide that I'm second and the other guy is second too. So we're second at the same time. When that happens, this will trigger, right? So what will it do? It will check if it already exists, the score in our dictionary. And if it already does, it's going to increase the score by a tiny minuscule amount. So that when it's put in order, it's exactly in the same order. That's really it. And then I add it now that I've increased it. Because at that point, this will not be contained. And if there's 3 at the same spot, this will become plus 002, right? Because it does it every loop cycle. So that's how I avoided having an overlapping value inside the dictionary, right? And then here I simply had to make the change to accommodate the float. And because it's a sorted dictionary, everything is already in order. So there we go. Back here. So this Fixio is Fixio. Go away. Next. All right, so for debug, oh no, this was still the dictionary, my bad. So the dictionary is a float, remember, not an int, so I had to redo it. Okay. Now let's go down. Draw card. Let's see. So, right. So here it said card setup list deck cards 0. So it would always call the first card in the deck, right? You remember? That's where you draw a card. Now I've changed it, so we now have a new variable called debug wanted card. And if debug wanted card is different than card type none, what do we draw? We draw the card I want.
Mm-hmm.
And if instead it's not none,
and what is
it's
equal
none.
to wanted card?
Well, whatever you pick with this variable, debug wanted card. So I'm going to delete this. But if you go to your game manager here, there's debug wanted card, which is an enum. And you can pick any of the wanted cards you want, which is very nice because that way you can choose how many to roll and what do you want to get. Mm-hmm. Right? And by the way, I suppose we should demonstrate that we have fixed that bug, right? So let's show how we did. Well, first save.
Wow, you did.
Oh, sure, save this.
Save.
All right. So with that while loop, right? Remember we had the crash. All right. So now let's figure it out. So we need to have a player move to here. So roll a 3. And then get overtaken by the next player who will roll a 5 and fall on top of this player. So just to make absolutely sure, we're going to put target me, which doesn't do anything for now. So that the card doesn't move us about, right? Mm-hmm. So now I'm going to say 3 on our debug here. All right. And now we can roll the dice. So yellow's going to get a 3. And he's guaranteed to pick up a target me card. There it is. Okay. So let's leave target me, but let's change this to 5. Actually, yes, no, that's correct. So we'll end up on the mine, and this guy will be here, and we will fall on top of him. If the bug doesn't trigger, we fixed it. Okay? So
have you seen that it's fixed?
Yeah. I have already verified that everything's fixed. Boing, boing, boing.
And it didn't bug out.
I've tried all sorts of crazy things. And watch, now if you draw a card, what card is it going to be?
Pariah, again.
Yes! We get endless pariahs like this. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there. We can remove this. Now, this is done. So let's go and look for the next Daddy Solo fixes. There it is. So in target me, we had an update race positions. I don't remember why. And I've simply removed it. Or I've gone to discard phase. I don't remember. So this is going to get a little bit complicated, right? Because this was full of bugs. Remember, we had bugs everywhere. Mm-hmm. So so you discard if you get target me. That makes sense. There's nothing else you can really do. Mm-hmm. There was nothing here. I added update race positions here at the end. So I update the race positions every time you have finished playing a card. Why? That's to make it so that if you get Pariah, or you get a bonus, or you get a malus, or whatever, they immediately display. Right? Because they didn't used to. Next. Under discard, there was nothing here, but I've updated the race positions. Okay? I've also removed this debug line because we used to have change in turn, and it's pointless. At least now it's pointless. Okay, next. Let's see. So I have changed the way overtake behaves. And these are important fixes now. So here, if you remember, overtake only took a tile, right? Mm-hmm. Why? Do you know why? It made an assumption. What assumption? Who was the only person who could overtake?
You.
Who's you?
P. Active player.
Active player, that's right. The active player was the only one who could overtake, but that's not entirely true. Suppose you do a push forward or a push back of somebody else. That somebody else is going to, at that point, overtake, right? Mm-hmm. So we need to be able to designate whatever player we want to overtake. So I've added a variable for player P. Mm-hmm. Okay? So now overtake gets called by, I think, each player in check for overtake right here. Okay? Mm-hmm. And as you can see, it's overtaking and calling itself. Mm-hmm. Because this check for overtake is actually called by the player motor. Here, when we move on execute move, and this is how it used to be, and here, when execute single move, which is the malus or the bonus. important thing, right? Check for overtake. And that's how we are able to send who is overtaking. So at that point, this function needs to change a little bit, right? Because it's now a skin for one extra variable. So I load the player count, blah, blah, blah. And here we had if I is not the active player. No, what we want to say, if I is not the P, right? As opposed to active player. So that goes away. Same thing was here, right? We had list active players, blah, 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 blah. Score cross overtake. We've changed it to P, change score, right? Instead of active player. And then again, we had list players, blah, 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 blah. And we just said P, next style transform dot position. That's for figuring out where the PFX needs to appear. Now, you remember how you were telling me, hey, Dad, that overtake appeared blue, even though it was supposed to appear a different color. This is why.
Yeah,
because the active player was blue, even though yellow was doing the overtaking. Now, that's being fixed thanks to this change here where we feed it P car ID. So yellow is going to appear when yellow player overtakes anybody else. Okay, give it a save. So let's go back to the player here and we can remove this. Give it a save. And
there were two. There was nothing here.
Yeah, well, we'll check them in a moment. Let's go in order for now. So here we have the evaluate landing tile, which was one of the biggest problems yesterday. Yeah. All sorts of issues. Now here you see we used to have move toward, and I said, just last time I left this comment, I said bug here. You remember I told you the problem was the oil slick would only go forward. So we could end up in that endless loop.
Yeah.
Now I've made it so that if you go forward, you go forward on the oil slick. If you're going backward, say you're being overtaken and you fall on an oil slick, the oil slick pushes you further back. Okay? So, in order to do that...
So oil slick is not oil slick.
Yeah, well, yes, it is. It's an oil slick if you're going forward or if you're going backwards. It's no brakes. One way or the other. Okay? So, what has this done, though? I had to introduce a new variable, going forward. So, let's go to the player. And there it is. There was nothing here. I added a bool called going forward, which, by the way, I've left public just so we can see it, I think. But it doesn't need to be public at any rate. So the first thing that I do for going forward, it should be in setup. No, it's in move. So whenever you move toward, you get a die roll. If the die roll is positive or negative, right, we are going to give a value to going forward. And this you've never seen, Zoe, but you can actually give a condition as a bool.
Whoa.
Well, think about it, right? This means if die roll is higher than 0, then going forward is true.
Going forward is true.
Yeah, because going forward is this question, right? So suppose you are being overtaken, then is your die roll higher or lower than 0? You've just been overtaken.
If you're being overtaken, then it's lower.
Yeah, you lost 1 point, right? So the answer is false. So going forward becomes false, right? That's how it works. And the same obviously applies. Actually, this is what we were just talking about. If you get overtaken, right, single move, and that this is where you're going forward instead checks. Bear in mind this is the opposite. Remember, because we were a bit silly and originally we coded our single move as a malus, so everything is backwards. I didn't change that. I probably should have. Yes. Okay. So back here. So that's what going forward is for. And here it checks move toward. And it goes going forward, 1 or -1, true, right? So when you end up on no brakes, if you're going forward, you get 1 die roll forward. Otherwise, you get a -1 die roll backwards. And you'll see how that works. I'll demonstrate. Actually, let's do it right now. So save all of these. Let's go back here. So let's use our debug again to test this. And let's make it a little bit elaborate. So we are going to move to 6 over here. Okay, so let's go to 6 with blue. Oh, I forgot. Quick, target me. Okay. So I like target me because it allows me to...
Soon it won't, though.
Yeah, of course. Whoop, okay. There we go. So we got target me done. Now we're gonna land here. All right, so we're gonna roll a 3. And then we're gonna request a push back by 2 for blue. Now watch. So yellow ends on 3, draws a card, which is pushed backward by 2, selects blue, who will foil on the oil slick, Because blue's going backwards, the oil slick will push him backwards. We will force an overtake on yellow. Are you ready? Did you see that?
Yes, but the OO appeared yellow.
No. One of the two appeared yellow, I think, overtake.
OO appeared yellow.
Oh, appeared yellow. That's a good point. All right.
And overtake appeared blue.
Oh,
but isn't that correct?
No, overtake needs to appear blue, that's correct. But OO should have been blue
as
also.
well.
So that didn't happen. Let's test it again, because that should be an easy test. So we are going to move 6 with 6. Actually, let's just move by 1. Oh, yeah, we can, because we can cheat. And when we can push forward. Actually, let's move by 2, push forward by 2, and you'll see we'll end up on a mine. It's absolute chaos. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to roll a 2, which means we're going to overtake yellow and end up here. Then push forward, end up on the oil, go on the mine, bounce back here. Okay, so let's pay close attention.
Dump it. First dump it.
Right, let's pay close attention to
What happens?
to the labels colors, okay?
Okay.
Because I may have left this bug. I didn't notice. So boink, overtake was red, that's correct. Draw a card, push by 2. Let's go with red. Boom, and back. All of them were correct.
Yes.
But there's a risk that the overtakes are wrong. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do the same, but instead of push forward by 2, we're going to push forward by 3. And we're going to change something, you'll see. So I'm going to have green overtake these 2. Then green is going to push whoever is here, should be red, to the oil slick. And let's look at the labels, okay? You ready?
Okay.
Pay attention to the labels. They should be all red.
Nope, they were green.
Those 2 are green. Okay, I know exactly what's going on. Because the problem is that those effects right here depend on the active player as opposed to P. So that's
and
silly.
there is a P here, so...
Yeah, we literally just left this. So this is very easy. We're going to say P dot car ID. Can you type car ID?
It's down there. I don't need to type it.
Then copy this. Whoa, wait.
Copy the whole thing.
Copy this. Paste it here. So that's mine. Paste it here. That's no breaks. And paste it here. How did I miss this? Okay, save. So we can do all of these changes very easily because we had already sent a P in evaluation, right?
Now we should check.
Yeah, so now let's test it real quick. How do we test it? Let's figure this out. So just as we did before, we are going to get somebody to be pushed. So we are going to...
No, wait, we had blue 6, yellow 3.
It doesn't need to be that complicated. It doesn't need to be that complicated. All we need to do is put a person here, on 3 and Pariah, and then 3 push forward by 2. That's it. So 3 Pariah, go. So blue's gonna land here and just get a useless card. Okay, done. And now green still needs to do 3, which will let him to overtake. And then we are going to... Right, and then we're going to push forward by 2 the blue guy, which should get blue highlights. We'll see if that happens. Okay, go Mr. Green. Okay, gotta push forward blue. Blue. There we go. Okay, so they all worked. And now, what are we gonna do? We're gonna do a push forward of 2, still moving by 3.
You gotta dump that thing.
Yeah. Now, let's see if we get the correct overtake by the correct person.
Yep.
Okay, so these were all both overtakes on yellow, and now we're gonna send blue forward. Okay, let's see if we get a blue overtake. Ready? Yes.
Overtake.
Yellow overtake.
And
Perfect.
blue
So
overtake.
that worked just fine. Now we're gonna do something crazy now. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to send this guy forward by say 3, and then push back by 1. So that's gonna be crazy. All right. Because it's gonna cause like a million overtakes by all sorts of different people. So let's see how this goes.
1,
Overtake,
2,
overtake,
3.
overtake. All red. Good. Now 1 overtake red, 1 overtake by blue, 1 overtake by yellow, 1, and boom by green. Everything correct. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's funny.
Good.
Boing, boing,
It all worked.
boing, boing.
Awesome. All right, so we've even fixed an extra bug that I'd missed. So let's see the next bit here. Oh yeah, we're still in evaluate land-in tile. So here we had wait for card play phase, and we had a problem because when we were in discard phase, we would still go into draw phase, and that's why we would get sometimes to draw after the card play had happened. So simply, I've added this, not in discard. Yesterday, just in the evening, as we stopped, we commented this out. Well, I've re-put it in because we needed it. Okay, discard phase, and I think we're done. Wait, what's happening? No more daily solo fixes? Are you serious? Even the player, I've cleaned everything up? Okay, well, I guess we're done. So all of the bugs that you saw yesterday were fixed by doing these little changes. Okay, so the important ones that you need to bear in mind, audience and you, daughter, is that we've added player P in overtakes and that sort of stuff. So instead of relying on the active player, we've switched it on any player that we want. Okay, so that's very important. Awesome. Now we can proceed and work on our play card with the cards that we're still not using. And I don't remember if it's either in play card or in draw card. Wait a second. Somebody just knocked on the window. Oh, it's your sister playing pranks. Oi, we're busy. Yeah, you need to remove that bit. Yeah. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, family life. Yes. So, what was I doing? I can't remember. Right. These bits. Down here. Where are you? There it is. Debug log, card not supported yet. All right. So let's create a case. Card type. Dot target me.
Whee! Where is target me?
They are alphabetically ordered. So further down. Colon. Enter break. Alright, so we got target me and it's ready. What this needs to do is actually fairly simple. It needs to give a target me to the player. That's it. Right, so we're going...
But it won't like deal with itself.
It
won't like deal with itself, so it's actually not that simple. We have to code what Pariah does.
Yeah, of course. Well, first we begin by giving Pariah to someone. So let's create a... wait a moment. No, I think I would prefer a function for this. So go public void Pariah. Yeah, open round and go bool active. Close the bracket, open a squiggly, enter, close squiggly, save. Okay, and now here we're going to create still a public bool. Call it Pariah.
We already have one.
Do we? Incredible. Control F on this Pariah. Let's see. Pariah is false. If Pariah. Okay, wait. So something must be changing us to Pariah somewhere. Yeah, right here. So we were doing it directly to this. Yeah, okay. So that's the only way to become Pariah. Okay. Well, in that case, we had already done it, and I'd completely forgot that we did. So this is unnecessary, I suppose. Let's go without the function. That's okay. Okay, so now we know that the player is Pariah. Now we need to figure out how to target players, and that happens when you get to a point victim. Right? We are going to have to check if there is a Pariah. And we're going to have to check if there's more than one Pariah. So it's a bit of a mess. We're going to have to do these things because the input manager here, when you click on a player, right? When he says select victim phase and it appoints a victim, this victim may or may not be appointable. And, oh, I know. It's fairly easy. Here's how we'll do it. Yes. So inside a point victim, we do a couple of checks here, right? Now for any of these, okay, we need to check if there is a pariah on the anywhere on the screen, okay? Then we must pick them. If not, then not. So all we need is a function to check if there are pariahs. So let's see calculations. I think here is a good place. So go bool.
Bool.
And check for pariah.
Check.
For
pariah.
Open round, close round. Enter, close. Save. Now, here you're gonna write a for loop for the player count. For int I equals 0. This is 0. Yeah, I lower than player count. I plus plus. Okay, so we're gonna go through every player, and what are we gonna do? We're gonna check if there are pariah. So we're gonna say if open round. I think it's players. No, list underscore players. That's what we call it. List underscore players. This one. Square bracket I dot pariah close the round bracket. So if we have found a pariah, it means we have a pariah situation, don't we? So return true. Semicolon. And as usual, here at the end, you simply do return false, because we've never found a pariah.
But now we need to check if there are more than one.
It doesn't really matter, and I'll show you why soon. Semicolon. Save.
Because then we'll actually just be able to choose normally, but we can only lock them between the two of them.
That's right. So we are actually going to leave the choosing system exactly as it is, but if you are in a pariah situation and you choose somebody who is not a pariah, then the game's not going to let you. And you're going to remain in the appoint victim stage.
Place.
Yeah. So let's see here. All right. Yeah, that's good. So here, before the switch, we're going to check for pariah.
If
open round, check for pariah.
Check. Oh.
Yeah, open close round, open squiggly, enter, close squiggly, else. Actually, wait a second. No, let's stay here for now. No else. Save. If open another round, p dot pariah. Close round. Open squiggly, enter, close squiggly. Actually, change this to not. So exclamation. So if we are in check for pariah situation and the one you've clicked on is not a pariah, what do? We simply give a message that you're wrong. So copy this entire thing, paste it right here, and say, player, you must select
select a player that has a pariah.
Yeah, that's a pariah. Save. And that's basically it. We're done. But there's another important thing that we need to do, which is if we have correctly selected a player who was a pariah, and and by the way, we forgot a thing. What do we need to do here? Return. Return. You cannot actually continue, right? Return, semicolon. Save. That's perfect. And at the end, we're going to simply copy this entire thing, right? Paste it here, right? We're going to check for pariah again, right? We don't need to do this check again, because if we got here, we know we've picked the correct player, okay? And now we're simply going to remove pariah from that player, right? So we're going to say p dot pariah
equals false.
Yeah. Equals false. Right? So once you've been pariahed, you don't need to be pariahed anymore. And let's
do you mean pariah only once?
Yeah, it works for one turn. For one time. Now here, let's also do update player positions. So or race positions, whatever it's called. Update. Race positions. Oh. That's going to be a lot of typing, so just type UP. Go down once. Tab. Open, close, semicolon. There. So now the word pariah will disappear right now. Okay? So remember how this works on a logical level. We're going to check if the pariah is required. If not, no problem. This will never trigger. This will never trigger. Okay? And we'll continue. But if our pariah is required and we chose somebody who is not a pariah, we're going to give an error message and then we're going to return immediately. So the only thing that happens is we give an error message, nothing changes. Right? Awesome. So that means that then you need to select somebody else. Right? Now then we go to do the thing as we used to do before. So no problem. Right? And down here we go. If the pariah situation is still there, right? Oh, right, that's fine. If the pariah situation is still here, that player has never been removed the pariah status. And now they will be. Okay, so away with the pariah status. Okay, save. And let's give this a...
Is it? Did you forget Dropbox?
No, I have stopped it.
Case counter...
Case target me. Is there a target me somewhere else? Yes, there is. Oh, of course, we already did it.
Oh, yeah.
That is silly. Save. Okay, so this is all fine. Now this should actually work. So let's test it out a little bit. So
I guess this is one of the fun skippy days.
Fun skippy days?
Code days. You mentioned that yesterday.
Well, maybe. I don't know. At least now the game will work. So let's roll a few dice normally first. And then we're going to force a pariah at some point.
If we don't
Here's
get
a
one
5,
already.
gets a mine. Boink.
The boing.
Okay. Because I want everybody on the field, right? Before pariah can be triggered. Okay. So overtake.
Let's hope we don't get a pariah before it.
Push -2.
Let's kick him on the mine.
Hoo, that's evil. Doing.
It was you yesterday, so... I mean, 2 days ago.
Everybody hates me in this family. And I'm the bread provider. What a shame. Boing, the boom. See, worked. It was yellow. Perfect. 2 breakdown.
You're joking.
Very much sadness. I'm joking too. Okay. 6.
He almost got an 11, but he got a 6 instead.
Mine. Okay, so everybody's on the field. So let's now force a pariah. Okay? So we are going to choose target me
You
here.
just went.
And green is going to become a pariah.
That's what green
He's all
deserves.
fun and well considering he's so far back. Boink.
No, he's not.
Okay, so he's there. Oh, I'm a pariah.
Help
Okay.
me!
And now we're going to leave any
No.
other situation. Now, let's see. There's swap, steal. Ooh, steal. You need to steal from the pariah, right? Skip turn doesn't work with pariah anyway. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This may be a problem.
Skip turn will cause the pariah person to get.
No, you never get to the appoint player phase. No, it'll be fine. I'm worried for no reason. Okay, so let's test. Because some of them now will or will not be pariah systems. We'll see. Or whatever cards we get, right? Wee, see, got 1 skip and 1 bonus. Steal 1,000. Let's select blue.
Oh boy.
It worked. So we've got a problem. Something isn't working correctly. See, it's good that we tested. So let's see. Okay, he's pariah. That is correct. That is correct. Oh, it could be, wait, it could be Unity being difficult.
Yeah.
It could be Unity being difficult. I have no way of knowing.
First thing is...
So save.
Forgiver.
Yeah, you don't know this, but that's Welsh for hi.
For real?
No,
Oh.
you're not so gullible. Okay.
What does gullible mean?
Easy to trick. But there are some Welsh words that are crazy, like 27 letters, all H's and L's. It's weird. Lose 1,000. All right. Now let's test that this works, because I can't trust Unity when it's to any degree being in contact with Dropbox at any point during the day. Steal 500 from yourself. That doesn't work. You can from yellow. Okay.
That's what yellow deserves.
Okay.
Yellow was the last time, I think.
I'm just gonna force yellow to be pariah, so we save 1 turn. Fine. Okay. Now let's go to the game manager.
Yellow.
Target me. All right. So yellow's gonna be pariah right now. Ooh, does a 6. Oh, watch this. Boom. All the way back. No, I'm a pariah. Okay, so none. Let's see what we get next. Dun, 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 dun,
Take
dun.
that and
Push -1. Let's select ourselves. Yeah, I told you. Blue, select the player that's a pariah. Select the player that's a pariah. And pariah went away.
we selected a prayer. That's what.
And pariah went away. Did you see that?
It works. Woo!
Works. Okie doke. That's good.
Now
Oh no, we need to test 2 pariahs.
I'm getting faced.
Daddy is depressed.
I'm getting faced.
Faced? Hitting you with my forehead. Because I'm sad. Because all of this work needs to be done. Okay, so push away.
You have to
push
select
yourself.
yourself.
Okay, and the last 2 we're gonna make them pariahs.
Take that.
Oh, no need. Okay, so let's make the next one a pariah, and then the following not. Okay.
Unless he gets a pariah from the cards.
Chaos.
All sorts of mess.
Okay, pariah. So we got
No
2
pariah.
pariahs. Now I've removed the debug. Zip. Oh,
What's
chaos.
this?
Everything is happening. Whoa, another
Busting
pariah.
on sleep.
Another pariah. So there's 3 pariahs. Can we please get something that isn't a pariah? I'm going to be very sad if we get a pariah.
And then knock your face into mine again.
Okay, I'm going to face you back. No. My... Unbelievable. I'm trying to test, peeps.
Wait, game. And look.
Oh, look! Nobody can get past that area. Okay, push +3. Let's select blue. Yellow, select a player that is a pariah. Okay. So blue would go forward and backwards. Red would go forward and backwards. Green would go just forwards and nothing interesting. So let's go with red. And pariah is gone. Okay. Now let's see if we can do the other 2 pariahs. Okay. Steal 1,000 from yourself.
No.
Select a player that's a pariah. Okay, so this overwrote the other message. Okay, this one comes before. Yeah, so we can't, but we can select the yellow. Oh. So now there's only 1 pariah. Roll the 9.
Bonk,
Is this
bonk,
on the mine
bonk.
again? Yep.
Bonk, bonk.
Push by 2. You need to select yourself. Oh no, that's unlucky.
That's what green deserves.
Okay, so that works. Perfect. Fixio.
Now mine.
Now the mine. Okay, so for the mine we need some kind of mine prefab, right? So let's go to our models. Open car racing. Hopefully
It went to the wrong
hopefully our
screen.
voice recorder will not get messed up with this. Otherwise we're gonna have slightly lower voices like this. Okay, so here's a little tile. Now we're gonna create something that resembles a mine, and because we're lazy we're gonna make it very, 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 very simple. So hit tab now. Okay, just press L. Yeah, go Shift D to duplicate. Escape to let go. P to unparent selection. Tab to go to edit mode. There it is. Okay, tab again. A to select all. S, hold control. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Okay. Hold control again. Okay, release. Now hold Alt. Okay, release Alt. E to extrude. Z, hold control. Okay, I don't know if it's at 0, so I'll just force it at 0. Okay. And now S, control. There we go. That's our mine.
So pretty, right?
Wow. looks bad. Well, we can always make it like shine lights or whatever. For now, it's not important, right?
Oh yeah, I remember it used to be mine. Our mines in Tank Fighter shined. Remember that?
It's called Tanks a Lot.
Oh yeah, tanks.
Mice, not mice, mine. Okay, save.
Mice.
Okay, so we can close Blender now. All right, now let's go to one of our tiles, this one for example, and go to our prefabs. Do we have a simple prefab? What's a CP? A control point, right, awesome. So we're just gonna drag duplicate CP for me. Okay, and call it mine. F2, 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 mine. Hit enter. Okay. Okay, so we got a mine. Let's put a mine in tile 4. Okay. Let's go take a look at where it is.
A very, 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 very tiny mine.
One moment.
And it's a square.
One moment.
And it's a square.
One moment.
And it's a square.
Oh dear, oh dear. There's the mine. So it needs to have a rotation of 270, if I remember correctly.
And
okay.
It's very tiny.
Yeah, well, that's because its size is wrong. There you go.
Now it is big.
Now it's massive.
Massivissimo.
Okay, so materials.
Maybe when you drop the mine, it will have that blob and it will turn the mine color.
Sure. Duplicate die wheel, for example. Call it mine. Hit enter. Okay. Now drag
Will
the
you
mine
drop
onto
a
the
mine under your feet?
No, we can drop it whatever we want to. Let's give it a very bright color. Like this weird purple. Oh, tell you what, let's just cheese it a bit and give it a mission. That'll help. Watch. Ready? Oh, sorry. People can't see this. My bad. I'm going to increase the brightness of the emission. Wait. Why am I not seeing it? It should... Oh, yes. I don't think we have any post-processing effects on them for now. Yeah, this pink is horrible, though. Yeah, I'm going to remove the emission. I'm going to change it to... Let's do white. That's visible, I think.
It's much better than pink, too.
It's visible. Okay, so there's our mine. It's rotated to the right place, etc. So we are simply going to hit apply, and we are going to then delete the mine. Okay, so we're going to have to be able to instantiate this, okay, whenever we want to, wherever we want to. And we're gonna have to
even
pick
on a player.
Yes, and we're gonna have to pick a tile when we go to a mine. So here you go, case.
Do we have one?
For mine, no. No, I'm fairly sure.
Let me see. Let's see. So,
we don't. That's why you get that debug message.
Oh yeah.
It's in default. So you go case. Yeah.
Rotate.
Dot mine.
Mine.
Deploy mine. Yeah, that's it. Colon.
Colon, enter, break.
Semicolon. So let's see how we dealt with any of these. Victim. Okay. Victim card CT, victim phase. Well, it's not really
Victim phase
it's
is
not really a victim phase, but it kind of is. It's an appoint phase. Okay, so instead of victim card and all of this, we're gonna replace these names because they're not good. So hit Control R twice. Yeah, and call these and call it appoint card. Appoint This means it's a card that you point at. Hit Control R twice. Control R twice. No, Control C twice. And a point phase. Yeah. And now let's go to
select victim phase.
One momento.
One momento.
Draw, select, yeah. Rename this one to select just a point phase. A point phase. Lowercase a though.
Oh yeah.
Lowercase a. Now it's happy. Save. Okay, so let's look for the word victim. Select a victim. Select a valid target. Yeah, save. It probably would be better to have one for victims and one for things. Oh yeah, because in the end of the day you get an appoint victim here, and instead we're gonna say appoint tile. Okay, tell you what, I've changed my mind on everything we've done so far in this. So let's undo. I'm undoing. Okay, good. I think that's it. So hit Control Y for me. One time. Control Y. Control Y. Control Y. Save. Okay. So we're gonna keep everything victim, but now we need some kind of another phase, which is annoying, but we do need it, which is appoint a tile or something. Or we could go to, yeah, no, we need an appoint tile phase and that's it. Oh, what a pain. But this one though, this one can change actually. This one we can call a point card. Call it a point card. There. And now, so select victim phase, copy this entire thing, paste it here, call it select tile phase. Save.
It's almost time to stop.
We got 15 minutes. We're good. We'll finish these mines hopefully. Okay, so select tile phase. That's good. Now copy this and let's go and put it where it belongs in various in these various things. So not under starter but draw phase. So this one, paste it, equals false.
Oh,
or phase.
False. Sorry.
Let me go look. Okay, now victim phase. It's going to be essentially identical to this. So copy the entire victim phase. Paste it here. Okay. And now this one's false. Save. So now copy this. Paste it here. Paste it here. Tell it it's true. And victim, you need to change to...
Select a tile.
Yeah, change this to tile phase. And it's already phase. Save. And select a valid tile. Because you can't put a mine on a mine.
Or on the start. Actually, we can put it on the
Yeah,
start.
you
We
can.
just need to cross it.
Exactly.
If we
It'd be
land
fun.
on it, it would be funny.
It'd be fun.
Oh, I'm going to cross it. I'm going to... Oh, seriously. Bong.
Yeah.
Especially if we put a mine right before those two mines. So, bow, bang.
Yep. So tile phase, blah blah blah. Okay, so that's all correct. Now let's go back to our input manager. Copy this entire thing. Paste it here. Change this to tile with a capital T. I think that's what we call them. Save. Now let's quickly check that they are called tiles because I can't remember. Yes. See right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so underscore tile. And here go to select tile phase. And instead of a point victim, we're now going to create a new one. Where is a point victim? There it is. Okay, so copy all of this. Paste it here. And request a tile T. Okay, And this one is a point tile. Save.
I need to do things that...
So we don't need any Pariah calculations. We don't need any of this. But we are going to do a switch for a point tile, even though right now we only have mine that deals with tiles, okay? We may have other things later. We'll see, right? If we make more cool cards, which I think we should, because our game's cards part is the funnest. So switch a point card, and now
I don't think funnest is a word, by the way.
That's true.
Lilith uses that a lot. So.
Such defiant behavior.
Defiant. And such weird words.
Save. Okay, so case mine. Deploy mine. Okay, save. And now we need to check the tile. So here we're gonna.
We should have a tile ID.
We have a tile type, if I remember correctly. So switch.
Oh yeah, switch.
Open T dot type. Ah, there it is. Tile type. Close it. Open. Enter. Enter. Close it. Break. I mean save. Now case. Tab. Dot. All right. Let's see which ones can we do. We can put a mine on breakdown. No, I think we can only put mines on standard. How does that sound?
Good.
Right.
So that we don't undo other things.
Yeah, colon.
But no, what about start?
Leave start alone. I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, hit a colon, enter, enter, break. Yeah, save. And also we won't be able to place mines on any tiles that have someone on them.
Drat.
Right? Yeah, that'd be silly. At that point, just target someone. You already have push backwards, right?
But Pariah.
What do you
Pariah would make you place a mine under them.
Well, you can't, so it wouldn't work that way.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay, so case standard, blah, blah, blah. So if it's a standard tile, we can place it. And now we also need to check if the selected tile doesn't have someone on. So in order to do that, it's actually fairly easy to do. We need to loop through the players and check if they're on the tile. So we're going to create a new bool over here.
Okay.
So bool.
Bool.
Check tile occupied.
Check tile. Occupied.
Yeah. Save. Okay. And you go copy all of this. Paste it. So for each player, okay, now we're going to remove this if, and we're simply going to say, oh yeah, right, and it needs a tile. So send it to tile T. And now we're simply going to say if list players I dot current tile equals T. So if it's the same tile, return true, otherwise return false. So we loop through all of the players, we check if their current tile is T, and if it is, it means there's a player on it. So we can return true. Okay, so here we go, if, open, and you go check tile occupied, open, feed it T, close it, close, you forgot another close.
Ah, whoopsies.
Close one more.
And I don't need those brackets.
Save.
Actually, I do.
And this time we are going to put an else.
Else.
Okay, so if the tile is occupied, we stay in the same phase, cut this, put it here. And you go select select a say an unoccupied tile. Is that good?
Yes.
Save. Okay. So, and if it's not, now here we're going to deploy something on the tile. Okay. Now for that we're going to need to create something new, but we are going to need these elements. So cut these two, paste them in here. Okay. Now we can delete this entire thing. No, my bad. Undo. Undo one more. There. Delete this. Save. Okay. So select victim face is false. Well, it's always been false. Here you need to change it to select tile face or whatever. Select tile face is false. Yeah. And wait for card play face is... Oh, is it true?
Wait.
No, I don't think so. I think we go straight to discard. So discard phase or discard whatever. Yeah, discard phase. That's the one. Open close round. Actually, yeah, semicolon. At that point, all of this is useless. But here we need to deploy the mine. Okay. So let's go to our tile. I actually save input manager here. But it was wrong. So select this point tile. Point tile. Hit transform get component tile. Save. Okay. Now we're gonna go to tile and we're gonna create a public void here. So public void and go add mine. Open close round. Okay, save.
Hey.
Save. So now we also need a template for the mine, which we are going to put. Where should we put it? Card end rotation. This is card information. Blah blah blah. Instructions, dice numbers, active player, player count. I think down here is probably good. So create a create a public. And now you say game object and space mine template. Semicolon. Save. Okay, so now we have a mine, right? And we're gonna go to our tile and we're going to, on add mine, we're simply going to say instantiate. Yeah, instantiate. And you, interesting. And you're gonna say
game manager
script
mine
template, comma, vector 3 0. Actually, no, what am I saying? Excuse me. Transform dot position. Comma. And no, it's not quaternion dot identity. It's
quaternion dot something.
Copy all of this. Paste it here.
Oh, whoops, Control B.
I think you did Control C. Copy. Paste. Dot rotation.
Dot rot.
So it takes the rotation from the dot transform dot rotation, my bad. Rotation. Yeah, close the round bracket, semicolon. Okay, now so we're going to have some kind of I've got an idea. Okay. Create a hidden inspector. So square bracket, hidden inspector. Close square bracket. Square bracket.
Oh, square bracket.
Yeah. Public transform.
Oops, try. I don't want to try. I want
Capital T.
What's a T?
Just add on R and you'll be fine. There it is. Transform. Space. Added mine. Added mine. Semicolon. Okay. Now copy all of this. Paste it here. Go equals. And here do dot transform. Yeah. Save. Now say added mine. Actually no, leave it where it is, it's fine. So now we know we've got an added mine, okay. And now we're also going to need, no, we don't need anything else. Save. So added mine stays on null until it gets one, right? And then we are also going to need a public void trip mine.
Trip mine.
Yeah, it means you activate it. Open close round. Yeah, and here save. And should we do anything else? Actually, wait a second. Do we even need this? I'm thinking. Well, there are many possibilities. Let's do one thing at a time. So let's remove this actually. Save for now. No, that's what we need. Not trip mine, but destroy mine. Go destroy mine.
So this mine will not stay there forever?
Well, yeah, exactly. As soon as somebody walks on it, boom. Save.
It blows up and disappears.
That's right. So destroy mine, and we simply say added destroy. Yeah. Open round, added mine dot game object. Close it. Now, just to be positively sure, say added mine equals null. Semicolon. Save. Okay, that's good. So we've got the added mine and we've got the destroy mine. So we can call that add mine in a point. Right, this one we need to edit a bit. In a point tile, there it is. So here, add mine. Excuse me, t dot add mine.
Okay. T dot add mine.
Open round, close round, semicolon. Okay. Now we actually need to check if tile is occupied a bit more thoroughly. We can't just check this. We also need to check something else, which is if open round list. But say, what am I saying? I'm sorry. If t dot added mine is not null. No, the other one. Exclamation mark equals. Close round, open squiggly, enter, enter, close squiggly. We need to check if it's already got a mine. If it's already got a mine, you can put another one on it.
Yeah.
Right? Return true. So it's occupied even, yeah.
Otherwise,
semicolon.
return false.
Save. Okay, so let's see what our message is. Select and unlock. Perfect. This message still applies even if there's a mine on it. Blah blah blah. So t add mine, discard phase, etc. Okay, so this is all perfect. We are now done with this bit, but we need to go and modify evaluate landing tile, because if you end on standard, sure, land on standard, that's fine. But if you trip on a mine, it's of one of these added mines, you need to go and destroy it. Right? So that's fairly important. So let's add this score, and that's fine. And let's leave this as it is. Actually, save.
Save.
Wait a moment. Let me see here. Start on draw phase. Blah, 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 blah. Actually, no. We need to do it right here. So we're gonna say if open round, and you go copy this, paste it here. Dot added mine is not null. Exclamation mark first.
And I keep forgetting that. No.
So there is a mine on this tile. What do we need to do? Save.
If there is a mine on the tile, you can't do it. So
Well, no, you're going to exploit in that mine. So we're going to copy all of this, paste it right here, save. So we're actually going to increase the score. Okay, hit else here for me.
T and Melissa.
Okay, and cut all of this, put it here. Save. Save again. So, oh, I put it on start. Your daddy is a fool.
Oh, Dad.
Copy this entire thing. Cut. Yeah. Paste it here. Cut this entire thing. Paste it here. All right. So, if you end up on a standard tile, just like usual, right? You do all the usual calculations, but you check if there's a mine. Because if there is a mine on it, then
it blows up with you.
Yeah, that's right. Now, wait a second. There's another thing that we need to do, I just realized. So in a point tile, we need to give another error message. Because if you choose something that isn't standard, so let's hit default here. Default, and an E here. Right here. Yeah, colon, enter break. Semicolon. Okay. Copy all of this. Paste. Select a normal tile. Just say
normal tile. I'm the normal.
No, let's actually change this something like you must select a normal tile. That's it. Tile is there. Save. Okay. Now we can do some testing, can't we?
Woo!
At least I think so.
And I hope so.
So we're going to immediately...
change it to mine.
Yeah, so we're going to immediately go to deploy mine over here. We're going to say that we are going to do a...
3.
Sure.
There's an easy
3
mine.
and then deploy the mine here, for example. Okay? So, roll. Mine. Okay, it says blue draw card as opposed to what to do. Okay, so clearly we haven't done it right. So we got mine. We went to a point phase. Did we already do that? I don't know. So draw card. Oh, wrong. My bad. So I think it's play card. I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah. Maybe. Oh. Sorry, people. I did warn
That
you.
are Japanese.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to do it because we are bananas.
We are.
So let's take a look at how we did it for any of these. So a point card. Okay, copy this. Paste it here. And instead of victim phase, you go
A point.
tile phase.
Tile face.
Tile
Whoopsies.
phase. I think that's what we call it. Tile
Face.
phase. Save.
Tile
So
face.
this will make a huge difference.
Yeah.
So let's see if this works now. Okay, so we said we want 3 and we want mine. All right, go. Mine. And it's still not working. Oh wait, it could be Unity being
It's
a bit of a fool.
geechi geechi geech.
Okay, there's an error.
Bye bye geechi geechi geech.
So wait a moment, let's
A
go.
semicolon is expected.
Yeah, well, that was that. It's gone now. Tile phase, instructions, select a valid tile. Yeah, I'm fairly sure it's now it's Unity being difficult. Yeah. Unity. Unity plus Dropbox explosions.
Yeah.
Just people don't use Dropbox in general. Okay, use Git or something else.
But then why do you use
Okay, select a valid tile. Red, select a valid tile.
it? He can't select himself.
Select an red. Select
Oh,
an
it's because
occupied.
you click the car.
Yes, select an unoccupied tile. Okay. Actually, that's an interesting thing. We're gonna make it so that you can actually select a car, and I'll explain how in a moment. And that's the last thing we'll do today. So that doesn't work. Let's try start. You must select a normal tile. Select an unoccupied tile. You must select a normal tile.
Oh,
Unassigned reference. I know what it is. We forgot.
it's the body mind template that we forgot to assign.
Yep. So that every time I do this, every single time. All right. So there it is. There's the mine. Now, before we do that, so let's go to our input manager, and we're gonna say if you select a player, and here instead, if it's not a victim phase, we're going to say copy this, paste it here. And instead of get component tile from hit transform, because the hit transform is on a player, we're gonna say hit transform get component, copy this, player dot current tile. There it is. So if we click on the player that's on an occupied tile, we're gonna send it to the tile of the player. Do you understand?
Yes.
So that will still work. So it's a perfect moment to test this.
This is the moment of truth.
Moment of truth. I'm simply going to say deploy mine. I don't particularly care how much it rolls. La 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 la.
La, la, la.
Okay, rolled an 11. Okay, get a card. Mine. Now we're going to click on the player. Unoccupied
Mark.
tile. See? Unoccupied tile. Okay, that's good.
Now click on the normal one.
Whoa!
Oh!
What happened?
Mate, that's huge.
That
How big is the mine?
Oh, because the board is small. Or
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
the tiles are small. Or the tile itself. Yeah, it's a 0.2. Okay, so the mine needs to be 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. Yes, all right. Sounds good. So let's simply go to our mine. So that it's 0.2, 0.2, 0.2. Okay, play.
A bunch of easy bags, at least. They're not hard bags.
Yeah. Whoa, that was massive.
Oh.
That was funny. Oh, I forgot.
Oh, this guy's breaking down.
The play mine. Woof. He manages.
He broke down though.
He broke down. That's what he deserves. Occupied. Oh no. So I clicked on the thing as opposed to player. Huh? Okay. Well, whatever.
Normal still works.
Okay. So there it is.
Now you're gonna change it to 2, right?
That's correct. That should lead us back
Total
and back.
moment of truth.
Yeah, that should be interesting actually. This deployment of mines will cause all sorts of grief.
Boom, boom, bam! But
Okay,
it didn't disappear.
the mine didn't disappear. Now
we
know
forgot to destroy it.
we forgot to call destroy because we are dumb.
We are dumb today.
Sometimes. Evaluate right here. Right here, you're gonna say copy all of this, paste it right here, dot destroy mine or whatever. Yeah, open close round, semicolon. Alright.
Now work.
Yes, and we need to do actually 3 things to ensure the test is working. So deploy mine.
What are the 3 things? Tell me what to do.
Okay, I will. I will instruct you.
Boing! He already hit a
Rubbish.
mine.
Why is he there? So place a mine on. You can't do it on yourself because it's stupid. No. Okay, so put it here. On So that's tile number 7, I think. Yeah. Okay. So roll a 7. Go to your die value. Yeah. Roll a 7. Yeah, and you still have deploy mine, and that's fine. So you roll a 7. 2.
Boing.
Okay, the mine's gone. Roll. Draw the card. Place a mine on 6. Yeah. Click away. Red. Roll.
For 7.
7 still. Yeah. We want to see.
Oh, whoops! I clicked on the car.
Yeah, I saw that, but that shouldn't happen. A point tile. So, if you click on the player, you get a point tile. Oh, well, you found a cool bug. It was called from Input Manager 43.
By making a mistake.
Hey, that's fine. So, yeah, because we clicked on the player, and apparently we were in the select tile phase. How? How are we in the select tile phase? Or rather, how was select tile phase true? I think we forgot something important, and that's pretty good. Actually, this won't be a big deal. I think we can keep on playing. Yeah, so let's just test this real quick, and then I think I know what the problem is. I think that discard doesn't turn it false or something.
And then we gotta stop.
Okay, so it worked.
Let's hope we get a no jet.
We didn't end up on the mine, that's fine. But now we're gonna do some crazy test. We're gonna roll a 10. Are you ready?
Yes.
So let's see.
Come on, guy. Let's do this.
Roll a 10.
There are mines pretty often around the board.
So the mine, you're gonna fall on top of red. Red's gonna get pushed back on his own mine, or on the other mine. Boom, boom, just destruction everywhere. Okay, so that works. Everything works. Now I know what this issue is. I think it's probably Control MO. In discard phase, we forgot to say select tile or whatever. Select tile phase equals false. That's what we forgot to do.
That is our banana issue.
Semicolon. All right. And
now it was to roll. Roll, I clicked on the car instead.
Yeah, I know.
That's a very easy test.
Yeah, and we
can
need,
click on
but
the
we
car
need
right
mine.
now.
Otherwise, it's never gonna trigger. So we're gonna place a mine, discard, and then instead of rolling, we're going to place the mine, discard, and instead of rolling, click on a player, and it doesn't happen anymore.
Woohoo!
What do we click on the cards? Click
all around. Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Click on the score and the dice. I mean, not the dice because it rolls.
Okay, we're good. We're done.
We're done for the day?
Yeah. Well, there's another bug that I would like to fix.
When?
Do you want to do it now? It's an easy one.
Okay, then.
Okay. Hit Control F.
Secret bug.
Go rolled. Space. That's it.
Rolled. Oh, yeah, this is the 8 one.
That's right. So here, you're gonna do this. Switch. Open. Copy. Paste. Close. Open. Enter. Close. Case. Even no bracket. Yeah. 8. Number 8. Colon. Enter. What other number can we get that...
1. A 1.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So another case. Case, space, 11, colon, enter, break. Yeah. And then enter the... No. Semicolon. Enter. Default. Colon, enter, break. Semicolon. Okay. Delete this. Well, my bad. Save. Cut all of this guy. Paste it here. Paste it here. Sure, paste it in both. Add an N. Save. Done. Fixio.
Isimus.
So let's go take a look at the things we've done so far in our little log here. So crash when mine, Fixio. Breakdowns and refuse apply to wrong player, Fixio. No breaks doesn't work when using push or swap card, Fixio. Overtakes do not Fixio. Features add mines, Fixio. Activate Pariah, Fixio. There's more than one Pariah choice, Fixio. Add a targeting system that can... no.
No,
Add a breakdown count to the player caption, Fixio. Add PFX for card effects, no. Add SFX, no. Alright, so we still have these things to do.
Evil people.
My OCD is kicking in. I need to fix this. Alright. Done.
Your OCD? What's OCD?
Obsessive compulsive disorder.
Oh.
That's what it means, and it's basically a phrase that is thrown around a lot, but basically there are people that exist in the world who suffer from psychological problems where they must follow certain specific procedures. So a typical example is a person that is a neat freak, somebody who really wants to keep everything super clean, but it actually hurts them. Like they clean all day. They do nothing but cleaning all day long, and it drives them completely mad. That's OCD. Wow. It's pretty bad. But people use it to mean something silly like what I just did now. Meaning, I want things to look perfect. So, we need to test the 8 roll. Are you ready?
Yes. Yes.
Which is all very convenient because we can test both the 8 and the 11 twice in a row. Yes. You rolled an 8, it said. Did you see that? Mm-hmm. Blind as a bat you are. Alright, roll it again. You rolled an 11. Grammar is important.
In the weird language.
What?
In the weird language, I said.
Rolled a 2. Brilliant.
A 2.
We're done. We're done for the day. Thanks very much, people. We hope you enjoyed the show. And we'll see you again next time. What are we going to do next time?
Music?
I think... Well, sure, I guess we need to do these SFXs. That's kind of true. Or we can add more cards. Be crazy.
Yeah, let's add more cards.
All right, let's have a fun one next time.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay, thanks very much for watching. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
See ya.